In the interest of copyright law, the name of this figure has been changed multiple times for your safety. Generations Legend Skrapnel, today in Guerrilla Reviews. Many of you who grew up with Generation 1 would know this figure as Shrapnel, and later in the reissue as Sharp Shot. So, Skrapnel isn't that far of a fetch, and is actually a relatively better name. And as you can see, he does maintain his Generation 1 Hercules Beetle mode, which is very nice, and from reports, and I can't confirm this, this is indeed the same size as the Generation 1 figure. Interesting bit of trivia. As we know, the new Generation Legends come with partners, and he is no exception. Here we have Reflector in his very famed camera mode. Now, transformation, well, you just put him up. You just stand him up, and that's pretty much all there is to it. But he does indeed have a weapon mode, which is another interesting homage because some people call it a crossbow gun, but actuality, it is his electro gun from the Generation 1 figure, which is very nice. Another odd thing is that you can get him to hold it somewhat. You just have to move the arms around a bit and fiddle with it. Get the hands somewhere in between this area right here, so he can look somewhat like he's holding the camera. Not perfect, but it's something, if that excites you. Anyway, moving on to Skrapnel's transformation itself, we'll come to the bottom here, untab the arms, bring these around, fold out the legs, bring those down, untab, there we go, fold the legs that way, bring down the feet, or rather bring up the feet, bring these other inside legs back, and finally fold down the chest. There we go. Skrapnel robot mode. Simple, but effective. Oh, one more thing. Fold down the hip. There, that looks a lot better. Don't you agree? Here's, like I said earlier with that camera mode, here's how you kind of have to do it. I imagine it only really works with Legends figures, but still, it's something, and you don't have to carry it around under so long. And there's a reflector in the G1 gun mode. Very nice. Always nice to see little homages there. As for articulation, the head can swivel. It's a little hard to get to because of these, but you can do it. So, shoulders on a ball joint, elbows on a ball joint, nothing for hip rotation, ball jointed, at least waist articulation, ball joint direction on a hip, as are the knees, and you can get a little bit of movement out of the feet. Hey, what do you expect for 10 bucks? Well, that does it for this Guerrilla review. I am the Deceptiwolf. This has been Generation Legends Skrapnel. I gotta remind you all, free your mind, free your toys.